Good evening. As terrorists attacked the World Trade Center on September the 11th, 2001, a couple from Wichita was supposed to be inside on a tour.
As they look back on that tragic day, they count their blessings every single year. KAKE's Eli Higgins has their story.
It was definitely a very difficult day. I guess I didn't know I was going to feel this way after 23 years, but it was a hard sight to see.
More than 2 decades later, Wichita resident Jade Bach-Silva says it still feels like yesterday when she witnessed one of the biggest tragedies in history. But for her, it wasn't just that she watched the towers fall, killing thousands of people.
When we were visiting with my husband's family, they were talking about, hey, you should go to the Twin Towers, visit the observation deck. And that's when I learned, oh, there's an observation deck. Wow, that's cool.
Bach-Silva and her family went on a trip to New York in 2001, just days before the attack. She took this photo of the Twin Towers when they first got into town. And on September 10th, less than 24 hours before the tragedy, the three made plans to visit the upper observation deck the next morning.
We ended up oversleeping, actually, because we didn't get back to the apartment until like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Little did she know, the exact moment she and her family were supposed to be on the upper floor of the World Trade Center, the plane struck.
I remember my brother Lou knocking on the door, and he was really sad. He said, hey, I need you guys to come out to the living room and see what's happening on TV.
As they watched the dark cloud of smoke and ash that covered the city, Bach-Silva says year after year, it's hard not to imagine what if.
The goal was to be there, and our Heavenly Father saved us from that. He had different plans for us because obviously I'm still here.
But she says her biggest hope is no matter what is going on in the world, that around the anniversary of this horrible tragedy, no one will ever forget the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives.
Every year on 9/11, I always take a moment as soon as I wake up in the morning and I pray.
Eli Higgins, KAKE News, on your side.